Let us see what is permutation with restriction. It's a very simple thing. There are two basic points under this. Let us note down them one by one. Write down point number one. If there are n objects out of which r objects have to be arranged in such a way that one particular object always occurs in all arrangements. Then the number of permutations is. Now, before giving you the answer for this, I'll give you an example. Let us understand how the answer comes and then we will write the actual formula. So, write the example along with me. The example is something like this. Find number of arrangements of 3 persons out of 7 if one of them must be always included in all arrangements. So what do we do? See, I am having totally 7 persons, so I assume that n is 7. Out of that 3 persons have to be arranged, so it means that r is equal to 3. This is some basic thing that we are always doing in other permutation sums also. But now how do we apply this condition that one person is always included? We create 3 blank places and I assume over here that the first person, it means one person who is always required to be present in all the arrangements. I tell him, sir, you are having 3 places, just go and get seated at any one of the 3 places. Let us assume that the first person is selecting this place. Matlab this place is already been filled by the first person who is my favorite and he has to be included in all the arrangements. It means that initially I have to arrange one person in 3 places. So I say over here, first person can be arranged in one of the 3 places in 3 ways. After that, initially there had to be arrangements of 3 persons, but because the first person is already arranged, I have to subtract 1 over here. So now 2 people or 2 persons to be arranged. Seven people were already there, but because one has been already fixed, so this one has been selected actually from the 7 persons only. So I say over here minus 1 will come over here also. This will be 6. So now I say 2 people have to be arranged out of 7. So we say over here, any two persons out of remaining 6 can be arranged in how many ways? In 6p 2 ways. So I get over here, therefore total number of arrangements. Now when I want to make the arrangements, I have to arrange the first person and the remaining two persons also. So for the first person it was 3 ways, and for the remaining two it was 6p2. So what I do, I have to multiply, because I have to arrange this and this both. So and represents multiplication, so I am multiplying. So with the help of this, after simplifying this, we will get our required answer as per the options that are given. But we are not interested in what is the actual numerical answer. I am interested in what is the general formula over here. So how do I get the formula? See, this value over here 3 that you are having is of r. So it is r multiplied by 6 is actually 7 minus 1. So I say over here n minus 1. P represents permutation. 2 over here is actually 3 minus 1. So that is nothing but r minus 1. So that becomes my general formula, which is r multiplied by n minus 1 p r minus 1, when we are interested in finding the number of arrangements of r objects out of n, such that one particular person is always included in all possible arrangements. Let's see the second case now. Number of arrangements of r objects out of n, such that one particular object is never included, then number of such arrangements or number of permutations, you can say, is. Alright, once again, as we did in the previous case, let me take the example. Let us take some different example over here. Number of arrangements of 5 objects out of 9, such that one particular object is never included in any arrangement is dash. So let us see how we can do the arrangements over here. See, it's again simple. Total you are having 9 objects, out of which 5 objects have to be arranged. So here n is equal to 9, r is equal to 5. Because I have to make an arrangement of 5 objects, I make 5 places over here first of all. But the thing is, it says one particular object is never included. So the best part is that if one particular object is never included, what I do is I just remove that object from the total. So now there are 8 left, but unlike in the previous case we had arranged the first person, here there is no arrangement done. मतलब यहाँ पर -1 r के साथ नहीं करना है. You don't have to subtract 1 in r. So you have to arrange all 5 objects out of the remaining 8 people or the 8 objects. So we just say 5 objects out of remaining 8 objects can be arranged in how many ways? 8p5 ways. Now whatever is the numerical answer for this, so we don't worry about the numerical value, that you can adjust according to your option. We are more interested over here in the formula and the general case that comes. So this 8 over here is actually 9 minus 1, which is nothing but n minus 1, and 5 is the direct value of r, so I will get n minus 1 pr. So the general formula in this case that I get is n minus 1 pr. Now see, there is a very important property that you have to remember from here for the MCQ. You won't be asked any numerical question based on this, I guess, but you should be knowing the property by heart, because just in order to select the proper answer for the MCQs. The property is very simple. The two answers that you have got over here, the first answer was r into n minus 1 pr minus 1, and the second answer is plus n minus 1 pr. If you add these both values, it should be exactly equal to npr. This is a very important property that you will be seeing when you are solving your MCQ. This will come to select as a proper answer over there. Now the next thing that you are having is permutation with repetition. So let us understand how we represent or how we get the solution and the formula for this. It's very simple. If there are n objects out of which p objects are of first kind, q objects are of second kind, r objects are of third kind, and so on. Then the number of permutations is n factorial, p factorial, q factorial, r factorial, and so on. Let us understand this with a very simple example. Number of permutation of letters of word Maitri. Now if you observe in this word there are totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. So it means that n is equal to 6. But out of that there is a letter I which is repeating twice. So I can say that P is equal to 2. Since I is twice, M, A, T and R, they are all coming only once. So I will get over here, therefore number of permutations, or you can say number of arrangements, will be just equal to n factorial upon p factorial. What is that? 6 factorial upon 2 factorial. 6 factorial, if you remember, I told you in the last lecture, it is 720 divided by 2, giving us the answer as equal to 360. So there are 360 different ways of arranging the letters of the word Maitri. Now let's understand circular permutation. When we talk about circular permutation, it means that you have to make the arrangements of objects along a circle. Then it is called as a circular permutation, because permutation means arrangement, circular means arranging the objects along a circle. So let us understand how we do this kind of arrangement over here. It's very simple. Suppose if I consider one, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There is an example which consists of 6 persons to be arranged along a circular table. What we do is, out of 6, any one person will be fixed in one of the 6 places. Let us assume that one of the persons wants to sit on this place because probably there is a television in front of this place and he wants to see television while he is sitting on that table. So we consider that he is fixed in this place, and now there are remaining 5 people to be arranged in the remaining 5 places. So I will just say 5 persons, I should say in fact remaining 5 persons can be arranged in remaining 5 places in obviously 5 factorial ways. So in general, if I want to arrange n objects along a circle, number of possible arrangements is what it should be. Let us see. Totally, I was having 6 persons over here, out of which I am told that this person has to be fixed, matlab -1, because one person is fixed and the 5 are remaining. So the remaining people have been arranged anywhere in these 5 places. So I got 5 factorial. But can I say 5 factorial is actually 6 minus 1 the whole factorial? So in the general case, I am having that there are n objects to be arranged along a circle, then obviously number of arrangements have to be just n minus 1 factorial ways. So that is your point number 1. Point number 2. Number of arrangement of n objects along a circle when the clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangement look like the same. Then the arrangements can be done in just n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. This is generally applicable in arrangement of garland of flowers, necklace of pearls, and so on. When clockwise, if you observe, or if you observe anti-clockwise, they both look exactly the same. So in such case, you just have to divide the total number of arrangements by 2.